A familiar scene in New York City is the blur of cars, yellow cabs, trucks and buses, all clamoring to take their place on city streets alongside pedestrians and bikers. As more of those vehicles become electric, soon there will be a new feature showing up on the streets of New York: EV charging stations. As EV adoption increases, city leaders like Mark Simon, Director of Electric Vehicle Policy at the NYC Department of Transportation, are tasked with bringing that vision to life. With recent commitments from the Biden administration to support EVs and EV charging infrastructure, the process of transitioning cities like NYC to accommodate more EVs is no small feat, but it is an essential one for achieving long-term decarbonization goals. ICF recently worked with the NYC Mayor's Office of Sustainability, Con Edison, and National Grid to create the Pathways to Carbon-Neutral NYC report. One key takeaway was that NYC's goal of reaching net zero carbon emissions by 2050 is possible with widespread electrification of the city's transportation sector. The findings from the Pathways report informed the targets outlined in the recently released Electrifying New York plan to increase EV investments citywide. During a recent conversation, Mark shared his experience with developing a comprehensive plan for NYC's EV charging infrastructure, as well as actionable steps that other city leaders can take to develop their own EV programs. Below is a condensed version of our conversation, edited for length. Noblet: why is EV charging infrastructure so important in major cities like New York? Simon: New York City views electrification as one of the primary tools in our toolbox to reduce carbon emissions. While our overarching goal is to decrease the number of trips vehicles are taking in and out of the city's central business district, we also want to make sure the vehicles traveling on our roads are electrified. That goal will require new infrastructure. Roughly 50% of our approximately 1.8 million vehicles park on the streets, meaning they don't have access to charging stations in driveways or garages. It's a real challenge to increase EV adoption, and widespread public charging infrastructure will be a major solution. Noblet: what are some of NYC's current charging infrastructure initiatives?